Alright, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Matt Nabong with Nabs Fight Media coming at you guys with yet another video. Guys, you guys already know what time it is. It's time to get onto that boxing. Bring on that boxing. Today, we're going to be talking about Thurman and Vergil Ortiz. Obviously, two very big names in the welterweight division at 147 pounds, aside from the mega fight, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, which we can't seem to be getting. We've been trying so hard. We've been patiently waiting as fans. We've been kind of like itching for the fight, you know, foaming at the mouth for this fight. I think that, you know, you try to stay optimistic about these kinds of fights because it's so good for the sport of boxing. It seems like those fights that, one of the fights that's going to be mentioned in the history books when it comes to boxing, it's going to be a historical fight. I think that it's a fight that has the potential to, you know, create a rematch. One of the trilogies and rivalries in the sport of boxing that people are going to reference, you know, years to come. You know, it's going to go beyond these guys, the way Marvin Hagler and, you know, a lot of other fighters, you know, Marquez, Manny Pacquiao, Sugar Ray Leonard, all these guys have had, you know, very big fights, a lot of rivalries. I think that, you know, I was going to say Floyd Mayweather, but he didn't really have a rival, to be honest. But I'm saying all the great fighters, they've had rivals, and I think that these particular fighters in Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, it has to happen. But other guys, specifically Thurman and Vergil Ortiz, you know, everyone's talking about that matchup. You know, if you take Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence out of the picture, you know, guys that could, you know, compete for that next spot. Obviously, Thurman's been inactive, so that would definitely, you know, serve against him. But at the same time, Vergil Ortiz hasn't been crazy active himself. Not a terrible thing, but at the same time, I think it's a good fight for both guys. I think that it would be a good way for Vergil Ortiz to kind of, you know, really solidify his name as, you know, as somebody who could compete for a title shot. I think that he's already there, but I think to even, you know, really prove it, Thurman's a name that would really help. Hate to break it, but I think that, you know, I heard some news today that would kind of complicate the situation because there's a fight and involving one of these fighters, and if that fight gets made, then I think that, you know, this particular fight would probably have to wait. But just breaking it down, you know, from the science standpoint, I think that Vergil, you know, doesn't have the best defense. Neither does Thurman. Both of these guys do get hit a decent amount. We've seen moments where they've been chinny. Igis Velasquez, Mean Machine, has, you know, had a little bit of success against Vergil, but Vergil, you know, took care of him, found out that he was a little bit soft to the body. Thurman, you know, he's been chinny against Manny Pacquiao, and, you know, we've seen him hurt a few times, but I don't know. I think that Vergil is one of those guys that, you know, he hits you to the body, you're going to fall. So, and Keith's shown against Mario Barrios, Manny Pacquiao, that he is kind of soft to the body, some would say, but, you know, he comes in shape. You know, he's a hard guy to, you know, put down and stop, period. He's never been stopped. I think a guy like Vergil has the potential to do so just because of his, you know, his hunger. I think that he's one of those guys he's just been itching to get one of the guys that, one of the top dogs at 147 pounds. He wants that belt. He wants to be undisputed. And I think he's headed on the right direction. There are guys like Jerron Ennis who are also in the conversation who, you know, could definitely take that spot. But it's boxing. You got to compete with the best to find out where you stand. And I think that a fight with Thurman would be a step in the right direction for Vergil. It's a good fight on paper. It's a good fight, and when you think about it as a fight fan, it's a tremendous fight. And then you think whoever wins that fight could be in line for a title shot against, you know, Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford, specifically Terrence. I think that those kinds of fights would be really entertaining. You know, Terrence, I think the angles and everything, how he likes to get into a firefight, could give Vergil Ortiz problems, but at the same time, if Vergil catches Terrence, it'd be problems for Terrence, believe me. You know, I think Terrence obviously is going to be the favorite in a fight against Vergil Ortiz. I'd probably give Vergil a 45% chance of winning that fight. Keith, I think, has a 40% chance of winning against Terrence Crawford. Specifically, if they were to fight each other, though, I think it's a 50-50 fight, to be honest. The experience is on the side of Thurman, but I think he's been dealing with a lot of injuries, the inactivity. He's getting up there in age. You know, Vergil's a little bit hungrier, so I'd give the edge to Vergil, but it's a slight edge. I really think it's a 50-50 fight because we can't count out Keith one-time Thurman. We know he's explosive for a fact. Credible wins over Sean Porter, Danny Garcia. Those were tremendous fights at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. So I feel like Keith definitely has a chance against Vergil, but I think that obviously the mega fight. Hopefully we get Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. But if they can't fight each other, why not wait for the winner of this fight before going to 154? It'd just be tremendous. Like, I don't mind seeing Terrence fight a Charlo brother, but I think that Terrence and Vergil or Terrence and Keith would be a heck of a fight. All of those fights are crazy. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you think Vergil Ortiz and Keith Thurman would be a good matchup for a potential title shot with Terrence Crawford? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. But as always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the constant support, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace. That's going to do it for another Nads Fight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.